Hello there. Today we will be reciting the St. Michael prayer in ecclesiastical Latin, also known as Church Latin. I've also added the English translation below the Latin text for reference, as we'll see on the next slide. In addition to advocating for the recitation of this prayer, the goal is to also foster a deeper knowledge and appreciation of the Latin language. I'm going to give a brief overview on acute accent marks, and then we'll dive into the prayer together. So, without further ado, let's take a closer look at the words on the screen and make particular note of the acute accent marks over some of the vowels. In Church Latin, these accent marks indicate that special emphasis should be placed on that syllable. For example, let's look at the word arcangele. Notice the acute accent mark over the second A, which tells us that this is the syllable that we need to stress. And so we say arcangele, arcangele. By comparison, if the acute accent mark were over the first E, as shown in the second example, then we would pronounce it arcangele, arcangele. And if the acute accent mark were over the last E, as shown in the third and final example, then we would pronounce it arcangele, arcangele. Hopefully it's becoming a little more clear. Now, let's recite the prayer together. Sancte Michael Arcangele, defende-nos in prelio, contra nequitiam et insidias diaboli est oppressidium, imperet illi Deus, supplices de precamur, tuque, princeps militiae celestis, satana maliosque spiritus malignos, qui ad perditionem animarum pervagantur in mundo, divina virtute, in infernum detrude. Amen. Excellent. In my experience, the study by the Romance languages, such as Spanish, can be a valuable tool in learning how to pronounce acute accent marks, as they are used in much the same way as Church Latin. And given that Spanish is one of the most widely spoken languages in the world today, there are a ton of resources available that could assist you in that effort should you be interested. And with that, I will conclude this video. Stay tuned for our next offering here on Tole Lege. God bless.